Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. We have a very special guest tonight. Please welcome back for the second time on the show, my good homeboy, Bill Poon.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
I have to say,
Yeah.
I like that intro. I know you do it for every guest, but
Yeah.
but it just sounds so sincere. You know, this is my special guest.
Oh,
yeah, it sounds so good.
So, what do you think about this? It still exists.
Yeah,
This
that's
is partly due to you, Dave,
Nah.
Mark, and all. Because if I wasn't exposed to that, it's been years.
Well, it's more
This is a
David. It's
reunion.
more.
This is-
It's more. And you know, you've had how many episodes is this now?
Oh, jeez, 100 and almost 150, 160.
Okay.
Almost 170. We're approaching.
Okay, so you've had many people on the show, including an episode where Austin and I were on the show, or were we on her show? I don't remember, but
we're on her Pornhub thing.
okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, why don't you do a DVDASA reunion show?
What?
Yeah, you're the one. It's your show. You call the shots. You could ask anybody on the show that you want. You've had Asa. You've had David. You've had your brother. You've had Money
It's
Mark.
the trickiest thing is Dave, because
Yeah,
Dave kind of, because
Yeah,
Dave,
no, I understand,
Dave,
but-
he's at a different point in his life
Yeah.
now. He's got a kid,
Right.
House. He got.
Yeah, but we don't. It would just be a reunion show about like where we are now from where we were back then.
Right. This is like.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the
a
crazy.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the crazy, stuff that we used to do back then because we've all progressed a little further.
God, we had some damn good memories.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Damn good. Let's. I
so
want to
think
do
about
this
that.
right
Think
now.
about that,
What
man.
are
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
your
yeah.
most memorable moments from the DVD-ASA days?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when we went to Hong Kong and Macau together.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna
okay.
be up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's in there.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
in there. What else?
Okay, there was the I'm not sure what it's called. It's the anniversary show where it was kind of like a anniversary and there was stuff going on constantly for 24 hours.
Oh, it was the 24-hour marathon.
Yeah, and he had all the porn chicks there.
Oh yeah, they're doing, and they're all like, yeah.
And he had one of my favorites there,
What was her name?
Dakota Sky.
Oh, the blondie.
Yes, but here's something interesting.
Yeah.
She lost her name
Why?
because I don't know if she ever got it back, but I guess she never trademarked the name, and there was another dancer or stripper or something that
Yeah.
used that name, and she had like filed for like trademark, whatever. So then the porn chick, Dakota Sky, couldn't use it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, why? If that's what you're known for, you need to like,
Yeah.
and that's not your real name.
Yeah. It was just so weird. I remember that day because I stayed up.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Monchi did a show the next day.
Right.
For the wedding show. But I remember every hour we were like, go upstairs, we're gonna do an interview here.
yeah.
Go down there, they're gonna do this.
we're
doing a video.
Yeah. Ask me anything. AMA. All
Yeah.
that crap. Yeah.
Isn't it odd to think that, not that we're desensitized to it now, but back then it's like, I mean, for a guy that's just maybe like just watching voyeuristically from the Midwest, just seeing this event where there's like porn stars, there's artists,
Yeah.
and there's
Well,
like a live feed going.
Well, basically,
bit odd, isn't it?
It was odd, but when we got into that world, Dave's DVDASA, once we got in there, it was like, hey, they're running. We got to run up to keep up with them. And we're just running and running and running. You know?
Right,
so
yeah.
there's no time to rest. Whatever he wants, we just like, okay, we're on. We're going.
Do you do you miss those days?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I
mean,
miss
it was
the
fun.
warehouse. I miss the warehouse.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone past it, but it doesn't mean that I, didn't enjoy it.
So what? Because you're in a different point, and you're like everyone's like Asa just had a kid.
Yeah.
Dave has a kid. My brother and Kalila have their own podcast.
Right.
I have my own thing. Like, how have things changed since those days?
Well, now, I was telling my friend, like, to be honest, I'm just a regular guy who got into some unregular stuff being on the podcast.
Yeah.
So now that I'm not part of that thing, I'm still friends with, obviously, with you, with David, with Bobby, with everybody. I just do regular stuff. Like, I work in a kitchen.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
You work with food?
Yeah, I work in food. So.
Oh, okay. Well, like, what do you do there?
Well, I work for several different kitchens. One of them kind of closed down now because we used to be at farmers markets and we would sell like they're called onaguris. They're like rice balls with filling in it.
Yeah.
I would have brought you guys some, but we've actually closed down because of the coronavirus.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the events like current events, that all this craziness around us?
I mean, we deserve it.
Oh, why would you say that?
Well, no, maybe not the coronavirus.
Right.
Because obviously that's a virus. We can't
Right.
You're talking about the protests. I mean, you talk about Colin Kaepernick. He gave us the warning, whatever, was it 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
And everyone said, no, ban him from NFL. Everything's good. And then guess what? The problem still existed. It got worse.
It was brewing up, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And the coronavirus, it didn't help as well.
Right.
It was almost like the worst possibility to start a fucking fire, like a forest fire.
Exactly.
It's like people are already pissed off because you're telling him stay home, wear this mask. And then the George Floyd thing just popped off, and then at that point, it was very reminiscent to '92 Rodney King and what's what like the aftermath of that.
Right.
So if you do that, coupled with if you have like a crazy catastrophic pandemic and then you mix in injustice, dude.
Yeah, it's like basically
people are gonna pop off.
Yeah, it's basically you're stuck in a room with a bunch of dynamite and you're just flipping matches.
Yeah.
And eventually one of them's gonna hit and the whole thing's gonna blow up.
I just don't. What confuses me, and I don't know, I don't watch the media per se, but all we see on the media, and this is what I don't like about it, is, the aftermath of George Floyd, right? And then the protests, right? And then the riots happen, right? And then the looting happens, right? But they only show like the looters and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's peaceful protests as well going around everywhere around the land. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like. Because I'm like, well, okay, you're showing... it's just a little kind of sketchy for me to.
It's hard. There's so much stuff going on, and the news isn't pure. Like they're just like, we need ratings, so let's show the looters because that's more exciting for people to see.
Right.
Rather than a bunch of people just walking around being peaceful. That's not really exciting to see.
Now, do you think? Because I think that we're living during very horrific times.
Yeah.
And I think that. There's forces. I don't want to get too like crazy paranormal or like extraterrestrial, or like Masonic, but I think there are elite forces behind all of this that they're orchestrating certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Like an Illuminati.
Yeah, dude. Because
like a world Illuminati.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. There's a world, but there's like a small elite. I just saw a documentary. It's about Antarctica. Shout out to Linda Moulton Howe. She's a investigator. She wrote this book, Glimpses of Other Realities, and she actually in Antarctica. There's this alien base there that it's all black, kind of like. Have you seen the movie Dune? Like the Harkonnens.
Like
it's kind of like that, but it's like an alien kind of humanoid alien base, but there's
Is she taking photos?
No, okay, so she did a documentary interviewing these naval like professional, that were like, like top
Involved with
secret,
it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but she couldn't even show their faces.
Okay,
this is
yeah.
like, it's like, yeah, it was just like even the voices are muffled, but like there's this base that's just been there, and it goes subterranean underneath even the ice, and each room is like you could just it's like the walls are thick, but you just press your finger on it and the door just like automatically opens. There's symbols on the doors like like the black hole sun symbol. It kind of looks like a Mayan sun, a black hole sun. There's symbols engraved within the door.
Does she know exactly where it is? Like, why doesn't she go there? Why don't you do like a...
I'm sure that's a very good question, but I'm sure. I know
I'm sure it's expensive, but I got it.
It's highly.
Is it still working?
Guarded.
Is it still working now, or it's still?
There's
still
stuff that exists. Even beyond like the Mesopotamia. I'm sure everywhere. Like going back to the pyramids, where like people don't realize like these things are like they are linked to like alien technology and stuff. So I didn't mean to get off track, but I think that there's forces and there's symbolic stuff going on we don't even know. You know what I mean? That they're like orchestrating this stuff.
So do you think, okay, I could see that with the COVID-19. That's easy enough to manufacture.
Oh, yeah.
But what about the Black Lives Matter? Like, that's kind of hard to...
Even with that, I was watching an interview. Even with that, it's like the people running that, that they want to control that as well.
But can they?
Meaning that, like, as far as like what they want to put out there, who controls the not propaganda, but like these sayings and like you remember like what happened on Instagram, like the black box.
Yeah.
You know, and it just it gets you to think about, okay, like I think that there's going to be another because I don't know why
a third event,
like a third event, yeah,
and
maybe I don't want to like ruffle any feathers, I'm maybe even I'm not saying a full blown out war, but maybe something to that. Not only that, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like there's stuff on like I don't want to get into Elon Musk and all that, but there's stuff even about the moon that people don't realize, as far as like there's stuff on there.
Well, do you think the murder hornets was originally part of it, and then they said, this isn't working enough, let's get them out, let's go to the...
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like those little hornets.
Yeah. Because they were like for a week they were like big thing, and all of a sudden whatever happened to them?
Yeah, I think that we've heard of the deep state, whatever that may be. We don't know who or we don't know what they look like, whatever. If you want to refer to them like in that terminology, you can. But something the elite that are controlling all of this, they're trying everything to. I think this is their last plea or attempt, because they know. I believe like everything's vibration, right?
Okay.
And whenever we see something on the media, it's like fear. It like keeps our vibration down, right? But I think that they know that the humans have the capacity to enlighten, and that's why they're constantly like, look at the news, man. They're constantly trying to like, don't leave your. I mean, look, this is no different. Like, remember the movie The Pianist? It's about World War II. Adrian Brody. Remember how it was, about like, Nazis and Jews or whatever, and about like, it took place in Poland, right? But it's like he was forced to like hide out, and like they couldn't. I mean, that was a lot worse, right? Because it was World War II. But it's no different than being on house arrest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, don't leave, wear the mask, don't do this, and then look on your phone. Curfew, Amber Alert curfew.
Right.
Don't leave. 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Be in your, it's like.
Have you been handling this whole thing okay? I mean,
from
the quarantine to the protest,
you know what? And then another thing, that's so crazy you said that. I haven't really heard anything Corona. Like, remember like a month ago or 2 months ago, it was like Corona. It's even worse. It's spreading. But like now it's all protests.
I think it's
the exact opposite.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna, because from what I've read, the doctors are like, hey, if you did any of the protests, you better go get tested just to make sure, because we're gonna get a spike up again.
You know how many hundreds and hundreds?
Oh, I know.
Do you know? I mean, that's gonna be that's unreasonable. Do you see how many
Yes.
They are literally marches like packed together.
I know.
So how, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, this is actually like a crazy circus show. Like, okay, like 1 month it's like you can't leave. Corona, get tested. And by the way, there's no specific test to test for the specific strain of COVID-19. So if there's just so many different strands of COVID, and so okay, I call bullshit on that. But then now you're saying, now look what's happening. People are like, fuck you, and they're like on the street protesting because of like this injustice. And so I think that it's like the yin and the yang. It's like one extreme to the other extreme. Right. It's like one extreme is like you can't leave.
But you think a third thing is going to come in? I think
so. I'm saying this now. I think that I'm guessing. I'll say this now. You heard it first on the Steebee Weebee Show. I think October. I don't know why.
Just before the election. Elections in November.
Yeah.
See, because I feel
think
like
October something. Another gnarly thing's gonna happen.
Things do come in threes.
Yeah. So exactly, I think that, and I think it's gonna be because it like, since everything's been so extreme, I think it's gonna be gnarly. Like, I don't know. I just know that. I mean, dude, we're living in a historical. I mean, when's the last time we've dealt with this?
No, never.
I've never.
The closest we ever had was 9/11, and that was something that happened in New York, and we all felt it. But it didn't change our lifestyle, to be honest. Like, at least here in the West Coast. Like, life kept going on.
But for security purposes,
yes.
More surveillance.
Right.
Security at the airports, yes. It did change that.
Right, yes.
But as far as what's happening now...
No,
Dude, they're hitting your phone up. Mm-hmm. Don't leave.
Yeah, the Amber Alert, like you said.
And that's even more scare because it's like... I think, in a way, this is not because I just watched like the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski documentary on Netflix, and I don't agree with anything that guy stood for, but I try to put myself in his
just to understand why he did it,
why he would do something like that. Move into like a little cabin in Montana and then craft these bombs and strategically.
No, you should. It's just like you have Trump and everybody saying, "Oh, the protests are bad." Like we need to shut them down. It's like, dude, you can't just shut them down. You need to understand why these are protests.
Right?
No,
there's a reason.
Yes, and then you have to address that.
I'm glad you said that because there's a reason why Ted Kaczynski did what he did, and it got me thinking. Like I try to put myself in his shoes. Like, okay, here's because people. I don't know if people realize he was a highly gifted mathematically. Mm-hmm. He could have been a mathematician on any college university. And secondly, the Unabomber was he targeted specific universities and specific departments as well. And he was against technology. I didn't know this at the time, but the guy was against the technological advancement of it like amongst humans.
Like he was more like Amish, like
no. Maybe that I don't know to that extreme, but kind of like we need to get back to the Earth. We need to go back to like the way we used to like.
Well, was it because he feared technology was going to destroy the environment, or was it going to be mankind using it for bad purposes?
Maybe a combination of both, and that's why I'm getting back to now where we are now, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, I think when things go down. It's convenient for us. We could Google anything. On the flip side, GPS, they could locate us like that. And not only that, look what's been happening. I didn't give them permission to send me a personal Amber alert saying, I did why is this on my phone? You know what I mean?
You can disable it. I'm not sure, but I think you can disable it.
But my point being, because I think I'm not trying to be too paranoid or as far as what's going to happen with technology, but it's like. I think that it's gonna look at AI and 5G. I think there's something to that as far as the more advanced we get, I think it's not gonna be good for us. Maybe it'll be more convenient in certain ways as far as robots delivering your food to you. I already saw that.
That's already happening.
Where the Postmates robot. But
they're on these electronic scooters.
As far as control. And surveillance, and your privacy, personal
Skynet.
privacy, exactly. I just saw Minority Report. Remember that movie with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
it's like that pre-crime. It gets me thinking
they're
like,
gonna arrest you or kill you because they can foresee your,
But who's to say? I mean, there's something. I think a lot of these movies like may be telling us something.
A lot of those movies are based on sci-fi novels that have, they've done their research and a lot of things have come true. From if you look at the old sci-fi movies or sci-fi stories from the 60s or 70s.
Right. Even once you that's funny you brought that up. It reminds me of Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Because here we have, Skynet, but then you have these cyborgs that, they're infused. They look like humans. But what if? I don't think that's too far off.
No, I don't think so. Well, I was thinking about that in terms of war, because if our technology keeps getting better, then like we as humans, if we get our arms sawed off or blown off, they'll probably be able to put like a robotic arm, right?
Not only that, and then even infused, like you said, but literally infused and attached to the technology itself, where you're even half AI, where like the Borg. I always bring up the Borg from Star Trek, but it's kind of like that, where it's like a hive mind, and you're infused within this technology where they can control you, and
It's similar to Deathlock of Marvel Comics. He was a cyborg.
Well, I wasn't too familiar. I'm not too familiar.
He was like let's say the $6 Million Man gone bad. He was a soldier, got blown up, and then he's basically a cyborg, and he became like a weapon for the government.
Right. I've been doing since. Like, what have you been doing with your time since this because I've been doing a lot of research. I've been listening to a lot of like alien podcasts and
I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, my job is still the same. Like, I still work. One of my jobs closed down because of the farmers markets. They all closed down. But my other job, like, we do a lot of to-go orders. Mm-hmm. So my hours got increased, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I have a couple of days off. Today's being one of them.
Yeah, this is great. It worked out. Dude, I always had love for you, brother.
Yeah, of course.
This is bound to happen. We should make a thing where we do this bi-monthly or,
Seriously?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I would love to do it. Here's why. And I'm thinking bigger picture. Because you have a lot of talented people. You have artists, you have skaters, you have comedians, you have all these people. I'm honored to be here because I'm your friend. I'm your friend, and I like that. Yeah. And so here's your Spike, and all of a sudden here's Poon. Boop.
No, that's not true. Because I'm sure there's. It's not only nostalgic, but there's a piece of, it's like bringing a piece of home back into your home,
Oh,
because
thanks. I appreciate that.
I think of DVDASA like that because I have to pay homage to it because even though it was just a very bizarre time, as far as, but like, I'm so glad I met all the people that
that anytime you ask me to be on, I will be here.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like I'm, not to compare myself to him, I'm like the Beck of the Silver Lake Lounge, or the Echo. Was it the Echo? It's like he shows up on those shows, and I think it was because whoever booked the club there, he always has these small bands there. Yeah. And then, like, someone would not show up, would cancel at the last minute. Yeah. And I think he was friends with Beck, so he said, "Hey, Beck, can you just come over and fill the night?" And he'd come over, and they'd have a packed crowd.
I'm a big fan of Beck.
Yeah.
Very great artist. He's put out some very melancholy type great albums. Yeah.
Question: do you still live here in Hollywood? Or for some reason, I got the feeling that you live in Walnut now.
No, because my girl's in Walnut.
Right.
I go there, like, I used to go there on the weekends. I like it out there. Okay. I go out there and I stay with her family.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm still here. Yeah.
All right.
But as far as, I mean, what are your thoughts on, like, where everyone else is, like, it seemed like everyone, once DVDASA dispersed, it's so funny. We were talking about alien, like, conspiracies back to DVDASA. What are your thoughts on where everyone's at in their lives right now? Because Asa, do you believe Asa has a kid now?
Yeah. I think we all were on a certain trajectory in our life. DVDASA brought us together, and after it dispersed, we went back. Like, our lives continued going to where it was supposed to go. But it just so happened that event, kind of was like a magnet. We got together, and then we continued going to where we're supposed to be. Like, I mean, I'm sure Asa wanted to have a kid eventually. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, probably regardless of the show, she probably would have separated with her dude. They got together with the other guy. Like I think everything happened as it was supposed to be, regardless of DVDASA.
Now, when's the last time you talked to the Choster, Dave Cho?
In April, we texted a little.
Okay.
I texted him just to wish him a happy birthday, and then we kind of texted a little bit, and then that was that.
We do owe a lot to Dave, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it's not to say that we just continued without him. I mean, I'm just saying that he brought us all together.
Yeah.
But we're not. The show's no longer there.
Yeah, and on top of that,
I mean, even himself, right? The show's done, and then
the thing is, he's changed quite dramatically in a positive way.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of rehabilitation.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot of work on himself in a good way, and he's not the same guy he was back then. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I have to keep it 100. If it wasn't for me being exposed to DVDASA, there would be no Tiger Belly.
Yeah.
And there would be no Steebee Weebee Show.
That's
keep
kind
it
of
real.
funny.
Let's keep it real.
So whenever I go on your show, I kind of catch up with a lot of your shows.
Yeah.
And whatever you're on. So there was a show where you, Bobby, and Kalila talk about that. How you guys owe the podcasting. Obviously
100%.
Yeah, not the success because you guys make it successful, but at least the jumping point was due to,
Not only that, he not only helped that, but like Mangchi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had quit music, and then just through like showing up to that, I met Money Mark, I met Dave and Dylan and Eddie, and all the and Heather Leather and the whole fam, and then I'm like. Because I was working at Fat Sal's at the time. If you remember,
I remember
I was
that.
bagging meat.
You're doing ice cream. You're the shake guy.
I was a shake guy. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just go to Big Bear, and I didn't think a record would come out of it or touring or anything. So I owe just the musical like resurgence to DVDASA.
Well, how about where are you musically now? Are you still writing?
I still put out solo things,
Right.
solo projects. I'm working on another music video right now.
Okay.
So I'm still doing it. I mean, I don't think that's the thing. That's a great question. Whether it's through Mangchi or another collaboration, I think with me musically it's like a form of therapy for me.
Okay.
And it's a form of like how people escape through video games. Escapism. It's a form of escapism, and it's a way to vent out. Whatever.
Are you still playing video games? I remember you were playing.
Yeah, well, I'm on Warzone right now.
Is that a COD type?
It's a first-person shooter.
Okay.
It's free actually.
Okay.
And it's cross-platform, so meaning that a person on their PlayStation can play with someone on their Xbox or their computer or whatnot.
Right.
But it's a very hard game to learn. You get dropped in on this parachute. And into this, it's like PUBG, it's like a soldier war type thing, and you just have to loot these boxes, and it's basically a survival game where you shoot other people, but then there's smoke that comes in, like gas.
Oh, it's like it's battle royale.
It's like a battle royale.
Are you always soloing, or are you with a?
Play. I don't like because people say why are you. Because I could be streaming, and I'm actually considering it. I just haven't done it lately. I play with my brother.
Don't you guys do a Twitch show?
And Dylan.
Oh, Dylan's on your team?
And then Dylan's been playing with me. And then we met this kid, Matt. Not a kid, a man named Matt. He lives in Wales.
Oh, wow.
I
always think it's so cool when you do these online things and you meet people from another part of the world.
Yeah, and so we play for just because I play video games for the escape.
Of course.
It's like just just to get away.
Don't you guys do a Twitch show?
No, I was twitching before, but even that group had somewhat disbanded. Everyone's kind of doing their own streaming.
Yeah, it wasn't like Worst Gun Show.
Worst Fire Team member. Yeah. They still exist, but they're kind of like the group had split apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they still stream and everything.
When'd you get the tattoo of Bobby?
I don't know, a couple years now.
Yeah, well, see, I saw an old episode, and I remember you guys were talking about, I'm gonna get it. Can I talk about it? Mm-hmm. And I was like, but that was like 17, so I'm like, did you ever
get that? And then I got the Manchi, got the Little Ray.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Well, you've always had Little Ray though, right?
No, this is the newest one, Little Ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I got a shout out to Ray.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't have all these during the DVDASA days.
I guess not. I mean, I always remember the Ewok, of
The
course.
Ewok, but not any of these.
Oh, no, Game of Thrones. I remember Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so you saw Sansa at In-N-Out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you talk about? I know you talked.
I want to talk about it again.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan.
What'd you think of the last episode?
Refresh my memory. It's
Okay,
been so
season
long.
8. You know, she, what's her face is getting a little crazy.
Oh, is Littlefinger dead? Is Littlefinger still around? That's
No,
my favorite.
no,
That's my favorite
yeah,
episode
yeah.
when they kill Littlefinger.
No, he's done.
Okay.
He's done like 3 or 4 episodes ago.
Okay.
Because that was when they all met at the castle at
Yeah.
you know, and then they figured out he was still trying to manipulate. And then they kill him.
I liked it. I mean,
But the
my
last
favorite
episode-
ones were the ones with the White Walkers.
Yeah. Because
The Night King.
after that was done, then it kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, now we got to finish up the whole, you know, what's going to happen next, you know, with her. Now I forget her name. Not Cersei, but
who's the little one?
Arya.
Arya.
Yeah.
I still don't know how she was able to travel that amount of distance to get in a tree branch and jump out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I try to do the math on that. Like, how the hell did she make it?
I was reading a theory that she was able to basically walk on shoulders, and she just like jumped. She just ran on the shoulders.
Like some Tenchu Ninja shit.
Yeah.
All right. That was just a little
Yeah.
bit like I accepted it, but I'm like, wait.
I didn't really like how they closed a lot of the plot lines.
Yeah, and I didn't like how Jamie Lannister, how they died in the rubble.
Is this gonna be a spoiler alert? Do we need to say spoiler? I mean, this show's been over like for years, right?
This is old news.
He should have stayed with Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
No, not go back with that.
Yeah. But going back to Sansa, I was just, In-N-Out burgers in the neighborhood. I was just there around 8 or 9 p.m.
All right, so you're here. You live in Hollywood, and you meet celebrities either through your brother or just walking around.
Yeah.
Who are your top 5 that you've met? And you're like, oh, this is so cool.
My homie Danny Kim, I forgot about this, but at the 7-Eleven in the neighborhood, Danny Kim, like my homie, shout out to Danny Kim, said, do you remember when Michael Rappaport almost ran us over? And then he like chewed us out too. He's like, get the fuck out of the street, man. And I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? It was Michael Rappaport. Okay. So that was one of them.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm a fan. I don't care if he yelled at me.
Wait, a Robert Port or Danny Kim?
No, Michael Rappaport yelled at us.
Okay.
What the hell out of
all right.
And so that was one. Mm-hmm. I met Jonah Hale at Milk. On Beverly Milk, they sell ice cream and cookies.
I don't like their desserts.
Yeah, okay. Well, we were there.
Okay, sorry.
And so that's
okay. Weren't you sitting next to him at some event as well?
No, that was Danny DeVito and Ralph Macchio, and that was the Asian some Asian award show that Quentin Tarantino was at, and my brother was he was the MC or something. But that went to Ralph Macchio. So since you brought that up, Ralph Macchio. And then Sansa.
Right.
I didn't meet her, but I had a glimpse of her.
Yeah.
So that story, I was at In-N-Out. I already had ordered. I was by the concession. I was by the beverages, and then I noticed that a group of people that walked in. One of them was a tall, kind of reddish hair white girl. They're all wearing. They look like, what they remind me of? Like, like college kids wearing like their USC or UCLA.
because she was wearing a Rams jersey.
She was wearing a Rams jersey.
Right.
So they're all wearing Rams jersey. And then I looked at her and I go.
And I remember your brother goes, are you sure it was her?
It was her. Dude.
Yeah. And then Kalila looks up.
I'm going to confirm it. I'll confirm that too. Yeah. So I look at her and I'm like, okay, that looks exactly like Sansa. And so I was tripping and they ordered, she had to walk where they walked to the beverages, and I had I was so embarrassed because I didn't want to seem like I was fanboying, like a fanboy, But then I got a better glimpse at her, and I go, oh my god, that's her. Oh my god.
I think it would have been okay because you have. Well, I don't know if you had all the tattoos, but like if you have many tattoos and that's one of them, that doesn't seem like you're so.
But it's a different story when she's actually there.
Right.
And your mind,
of course.
Just hamster wheel.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my god, that is her, because I saw her face up close. I went like she like how I it's obvious when I stare at you. Oh shit, I was doing that. Oh god, it is her. And then it confirms even more because the vibe, it was packed.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people were like,
Oh,
I heard
they're-
people's
yeah,
conversation.
like,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
god! And then slowly but surely, literally a minute later, people are walking up to her. Can I get a picture with you? And so I had a window where I could have been one of those people.
Right,
but
right.
then I think I had gotten my order. I was hungry.
Yeah,
and I just
yeah.
kind of sat and observed other people doing that.
But as my friend says, sometimes the time is not right yet.
Yeah.
And then that wasn't the time.
Yeah, so
just-
that's
yeah.
one of them, I think. And then, hold on, let me think. Another one was...
Okay, would just a detour a little?
Yeah.
Okay, would she be the number? If you could have any guest on the show, who would it be? Give me like 3 names. 4 names, 5, whatever.
MF Doom, I look up to
Okay,
him.
okay,
Yeah,
that's a
MF
good one.
Doom,
That's a good one.
MF Doom, for sure.
With the mask, of course.
With the mask. Probably Del the Funky Homo... or Del the Funky Homo Sapien, I would love. And then I actually reached out to him, and he agreed, but he was up in... But it never went through yet. I emailed... I had to email like his manager or something.
Right.
I still... Thanks for reminding me. But someone like that... maybe like a Natalie Portman or something, or
Oh, okay, all right.
something like
Yeah.
I think Ellen Page would be dope. Ellen
Oh, that
Page.
would be
Yeah,
nice.
that'd be a dope one. Who else? Q-Tip
Okay.
from A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Q-Tip. So many like rappers and producers.
Right.
That's
That's
like,
your-
I
that's-
have a
yeah.
whole. But as far as Day One Song.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, I know
professional
him.
skateboarder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so many. It's hard to say, but who would you want to see on here? That's probably a better question.
Who I would
who
see?
would you want? Like, yeah, coming from outside myself.
Oh man, I mean, it would just be my favorite celebrities.
Like, name 3.
All right, Alexandra Daddario.
Okay.
From Baywatch, True Detective,
Yeah.
Percy, whatever. And
Okay. Hey, Ren, write that down. Write that down. Okay, who else? Drew Barrymore would be dope.
Oh, okay, yeah. You used to be a Drew Barrymore fan.
Big
That's
time,
right.
big time,
That's
big time.
right.
Yeah. Maybe like David Lynch, like a David Lynch.
That would be nice.
Beck would be dope.
Okay.
Beck would be dope. Who else?
I wouldn't mind. Right now, I'm into like either like there's a singer, Phoebe Bridgers.
Okay, write that down.
But you know what I'm always afraid of, and this is no, I haven't seen her in any interviews or anything. But sometimes, like, you know what, one person of a genre, they're on the show,
Yeah.
and then like, oh, they're kind of a bad interview, and then it's like, is it? I mean, as long as you were interested, it doesn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
matter,
Who is the? Winona Ryder would be dope.
Whoa, especially after Stranger Things.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder would be dope. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Danny Trejo. Yeah, he's got Trejo's tacos too.
Yeah.
That would be a dope
Have
one.
you eaten there?
Yeah, it was a bit overpriced. I mean,
Yeah, I agree,
it was
I
a bit
agree.
overpriced.
Overpriced for what it is.
Yeah, for what it is.
Yeah, it's is it street taco? I don't know, but it is expensive. I could get as much satisfaction going to a place on the corner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, it's not good enough to warrant that price.
Yeah. Stephen Yoon would be dope.
Oh,
I actually reached out.
You could probably.
I
Get
did.
him.
He did contact me back. He just said he's not in like the he's
That
not
place
a
to-
place to be doing that right now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, like, but does
Roy
he-
Choi would be dope.
you could probably get Roy Choi. Too.
Yeah, he's done Tiger
Well,
Belly, and he just doesn't.
he is-
Dave knows him. My
Yeah.
brother knows him. They all know him, but he doesn't know me that well.
Yeah.
He's done Dumbfounded's thing. I would like because
You've had Dumbfounded on the
yeah,
show.
for sure,
Mhm.
for sure. Aquafina would be dope. Aquafina.
Yeah, she's been on your brother's show.
Yeah,
I think, right?
And there was a moment where I was messaging her, and she was down to do it, but then she just
Oh, you caught her before,
yeah,
and then
I
she was
caught her
like-
before, like
yeah. Now she's like
oh my
Nora
God,
from the
go-
Queens.
Yeah, she can't,
and
she's
she's
basically
yeah,
on the
Shang-Chi,
table for me.
right, yeah.
For me, So yeah, there's so many.
So how do you decide? Like, okay, like say this show's done. So do you have like lined up like, okay, next week I've got so and so. Next week, in 3 weeks I got so and so, or is it like a week before you say, hey, these are the people I want to get. Let me start emailing these people. Like,
Well, before, that's funny you asked, because before I would do it like months in advance.
right.
I'd go, can you do my thing like a month and a half later? And it's changed even more so because of the quarantine. where people are afraid to come out.
Right,
and
right.
So now it's almost weekly or bi-weekly right now.
Okay, here's my question. Have you been quarantining yourself?
Absolutely.
So,
I don't
okay.
leave. I only go to 7-Eleven
Right.
or Ralph's.
So you weren't worried that I had it? You said just come on over.
No,
and
because like I said, I know this is probably like careless for me to say, but I'm not really tripping on the corona.
Okay,
thing,
all right.
Because of I just I think
too far under the radar of the conspiracy.
I think that there's something to that as far as, especially if they're wanting us to get like this universal vaccine.
Right.
It's like there's a red flag. There's a lot of red flags that kind of raise for me when it has to do with that.
So what you got going on the next week or so?
I mean I'm gonna get a little house phone. He's have you heard the No Jumper podcast?
No, who's
It's a popular podcast.
Okay.
It's very popular, right? And we just had Cam Girl on.
Yes.
She's been on. She's co-hosting, and
Is she a DJ?
Yeah, she DJs. Yeah, she DJs.
Because
and she's on Twitch as well.
Because I was reading all the comments and saying, oh, that's a horrible name. I'm like, who is this Cam Girl? Because to be honest, just when I saw the on the YouTube her picture, I'm like, oh, you got a webcam girl. But she's not.
No.
Yeah,
that's just her.
her stage name.
Her alias.
Yeah,
as far.
yeah.
No, she's a DJ,
Okay.
and she co-hosts. She's a part and affiliated with No Jumper.
Okay.
So I'm getting the other co-host of that.
Oh, you're being a co-host of that show?
No. I mean, he's another co-host.
Oh, I see.
I would love to be on
Yeah.
that. So shout out.
Yeah.
Should I put out there, Adam. I'm a big fan of Adam.2.
What about JK News? You have a lot of people from that on your show.
You know what? Yeah, that helped out a lot too, because those always those people always tune in for those.
Right.
I had shout out to Joe, Gio, Bart, like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that'd be a good one to revisit.
Right.
And Gio was gonna do it, but she's got a kid now, and so she was afraid to do it, and I didn't. So it's funny you asked. I'm doing half Zoom now for the people
Right.
who don't want to show up, and
Oh,
rightfully
okay,
so.
okay,
They're,
yeah.
They're being
Because I think I saw an episode
cautious.
where you were on the Zoom.
Yeah, so I do that as well.
Okay.
So I have like the cam.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Like the split
cam
screen?
For that. Yeah, I do the split screen of that. But I would like I'm gonna name a few people, because you said because we were talking about celebrities or people.
Well, who's been your favorite guest? I won't ask you who your worst guest was because you don't want to put them on blast. But who have been your favorite guests outside of DVDASA?
I really liked Andy Katz
Okay.
episode. He's a white rapper from a group called Ugly Duckling. I'm a fan of Ugly Duckling. So shout out to Dizzy and Einstein as well. But I like that because he
Was engaging.
He was engaging, and I like hearing about the
process
their
or
trajectory
yeah.
on how they got to where they
Right.
were. I liked Asa was always fun. Yeah.
What do you think of Lil Dicky?
I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny you brought him up because he's on a TV show now
Right.
as well with Santino.
Right.
And Santino's doing a podcast with my brother.
Right. Best friends or something like that.
Santino's episode was dope as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like Radmatic's episode. He's a Pinoy DJ.
Okay.
From the Beat Junkies or whatnot. And just people like that.
So you really like the musicians.
I like the musicians. I like
I guess because you can relate to it, and you like when they say something, you can like, oh, I understand.
Yeah. Oh, I like D.H. Pellegro, the drummer from Dead Kennedys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one that's a homie of mine too. I like that one as well. But it's funny you asked. Most of the people that I want, because I don't have the reach.
Yeah,
I know I'm being realistic with the reach I have, since I don't have that kind of juice to get, I'm not like Dave or my brother.
Right.
Or most of the guests are not unobtainable, but it's just harder for me because they're, they don't know much about my platform.
Right. Well, yeah, Colleen Green. I thought that was pretty good.
Shout out to Colleen Green. That was a fun one. And she, you know what?
And you met her at the show. I
met her at the Pomona show.
Yeah.
And then, not only that, we were filming for my last music video somewhere in Echo Park, Silver Lake. I saw her working at a record store, and I walked by, and she wait. I go, oh, what's up? So she was working part-time at a local mom and pop record store.
Okay.
So that'd be actually a good part too for her. Yeah, I like that's what I would want in the future is more like maybe not only musicians but female musicians.
Right.
Like female DJs. I reached out to a Pinoy female artist named Lowleaf. That would have been a dope one.
Okay.
And
could still be a dope one.
Yeah, it could still be one. But this during when all this stuff was happening.
Can I ask you a weird question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you wearing salampis?
What do you mean?
Salampis, it's that that heat thing.
No, what does it smell like?
I don't know. I smell it now, so I was thinking, oh, you hurt yourself or something. So you.
No, it could be.
It's like medication. It smells There's like medication.
No, this is
Oh. No.
It could be the lotion. Does it smell like kind of like mango?
No. Yeah, it's more like a medicinal smell.
It's probably this citrus.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks.
Oh, you want one? I was gonna. Go ahead, do one.
I guess so.
You just need one. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Put it right here. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to rip it.
No, you just put it on your. Yeah, on your low.
Yeah.
Tell me if you like the flavor.
Okay. So far, so good.
Yeah, I haven't vaped or dipped in.
Wait, what do you mean?
This is nicotine. This is nicotine.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I should have.
I just wasted one of your.
Yeah. But you're saying like I want to go back with future guests. I want to get people in the UFO research field.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So
you could probably very easily get to me. I think if you go to one of those conventions.
Oh yeah.
Conspiracy,
like an alien con or something like that.
Yeah, not the Comic Cons because they're kind of like. No one takes them serious there. But if you go to those other type of conventions, which I'm sure they have, you could probably walk around, see, and then you could invite. I bet you'd get like a 90% return rate.
Yeah, so I wanted number one is Linda Moulton Howe, who wrote that book. And every Wednesday she has a channel called EarthFiles.com. So on Wednesday I religiously watch her.
Is it a podcast?
Yeah, it's like a podcast. It's a live stream actually. Mm-hmm. Jordan Maxwell. He's interesting because I learn a great deal from him because he researches like the origin of where words come from,
Oh, okay.
and what they mean, and he like even breaks down like just the history of like where humans are at today because of our past, and like he breaks down like the way the world really works. Alex Collier, and he's my third one because he supposedly he was abducted by a specific alien race called the Andromedans.
How did he know that?
Well, there's you can research it. Or look up the videos. He does conferences and stuff.
Well, is he like, like he knows exactly which alien? So does he believe in many types of alien, and he was able to identify that one, or was he like?
Yeah, well, these ones are specifically called the Andromedans.
Well, my question, I'm curious, like when he got abducted, did he know like, whoa, it's the Andromedans?
No,
or was
most likely not.
Then afterwards, and he did research, and then he said, oh, I think it's the Andromedans.
Yeah, and not only that, they telepathically communicated without using words. They're like,
we are the Andromedans.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, they're doing that. I know this sounds crazy. I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like a crazy person. The reason why I don't talk a lot about this stuff, but I put it more through my music. So for those of you who like, how come you don't talk more about that? It's encoded within my music. I talk about all this stuff. You just have to like pay attention to my words and what I'm trying to tell you. And it's crazy because the newest music video I'm working on, The Pod in Which You Travel, we're gonna I don't want to ruin it, but it's gonna be like a Matchbox car, and we're gonna put it in slow-mo, like a GoPro like attached to this egg, attached to like a Matchbox car that goes through a track, and then we're gonna put holes on these poster boards, and I'm gonna do it like a little science fiction background. Like my little Ray background.
Wait, are you going into the cardboard or coming out?
You're going into it.
Okay.
There's a hole at the bottom in the middle,
right,
where it goes through the track goes through each of these backgrounds,
right,
where the GoPro will catch it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like
you have like aliens in one.
There's gonna be 8 different backgrounds.
Oh, that's
so
so
one
neat.
background we're gonna have reptilians, another one will have Palladians, another one will have you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
that's
different
cool.
like different alien races.
Right.
And so
do you know how's it gonna end?
It's gonna end and we're still trying to work out those details. We don't know. We might go backwards. I don't know of but I brought I bought like an egg. Like, see the corner where those skateboards are?
Yeah.
You see that mask? It's a cone head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I bought a cone head mask too, where I'm gonna be doing those parts. I bought a Star Trek on eBay. I bought a Star Trek outfit too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have the cone. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
gonna be like a science fiction type type thing. So anyway,
And you have a specific song for that one?
yeah, it's called The Pod in Which We Travel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about when you die, you're going to like a spacecraft that's shaped like an egg.
So is that what you're going to end it like maybe jumping off a ramp and else in the flight?
Well, the thing, the spacecraft itself, which is going to be on the Matchbox car, is going to be a pod, an egg.
Oh, that
So
is the flight.
you're traveling.
Oh, that is the...
Yeah,
that
and not
is-
only
okay.
that, we're working out like green screens and like background where it's going to go through, like, like we could have this space. Like
That's pretty expensive, isn't it?
No. This is going to be very cost effective because of
Okay.
technology and
Right.
programs.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all
no,
right.
we got it.
What program do you use to edit your film?
Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
Yeah. And my neighbor and good time, longtime homie and neighbor, Craig's, he helped me with the first video and it turned out dope. And
Right.
he's done movies and so
Oh,
he
so he
knows all
knows,
this.
yeah.
He knows all this stuff. Like,
So it's easy
and-
for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy because it's just literally just dropping the car and making sure it just goes through all the poster boards and
Right.
and then we're gonna slow the frames down. Where
Is the GoPro going to be attached to the...
yeah, it's gonna be.
Wow.
The GoPro itself is going to be attached to the Matchbox car, and then we're going to put like this egg type thing around the car, so like you could see like an egg.
Oh, okay. I
It'll
gotcha.
be looking like a spacecraft is going through all
Oh,
this
I
stuff.
see.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. So that's gonna. I'm sorry for talking to you.
No,
I kind of
no.
revealed a lot.
It is called the Steebee
Yeah.
Weebee Show.
Yeah. So let's. Man, the time just flew by.
Well,
'cause
did we do an hour?
Oh, we're just short of 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to. Can we start plugging? Can we plug your Instagram and as well?
But I have, what? To be honest, I haven't put anything up for the last.
It's okay.
since
It's okay. I still want to put it out there.
Well, it's yumyumcha.com or
Can-
yumyumcha, whatever.
Can
the
you
Instagram. Spell it out?
Yeah, spell that
It's
out.
YUMYUMCHA.
Okay, and then what if they want to visit the restaurant where you're at to try some delicious foods once this
I'd
is
rather
over?
not.
Really?
Yeah, because it's really corporate, and
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to get like, who are these people coming in?
Oh, right.
Like when I was working at the farmers market, I didn't mind because I'm,
okay.
I'm working. People would
Rightfully
come by,
so, okay.
yeah, and I'd say hi, and they would say hi.
Yeah.
or
Okay,
whatever,
that's fair.
So, yeah.
So definitely follow my homie right here on Instagram. And I wanted to shout out, we have a Patreon attached to the show. I'll go to patreon.com/Steebee Weebee. That keeps the show going if you want to support the platform. Go on there. Our newest pledge or patron is my man Jake. There's a website now too. If you go to www.steebeeweebeshow.com, if you want to pick up a shirt, go ahead, pick up a shirt. Like I said, I'm working on a new music video called The Pod in Which You Travel, and you heard about it, and that's going to be it's going to take more artwork for me to do, but I'm going to work on it tonight. I finished 2 of the backgrounds. There's 6 more to go on that, and that's going to be available at youtube.com/Steebee Weebee. There's already our first music video, Goodbye Balloon, youtube.com/Steebee Weebee. If actually,
I like that Goodbye Balloon.
oh, you do?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was dedication to your
Yeah,
dad,
exactly,
so, yeah.
exactly. So, and then there's no Little Ray's World this week. It's every other week, and I'm thinking about actually doing more music. I'll disclose that as time goes by. I have a concept album that I was thinking about doing. I don't know if I want to do it yet. I want to get this music video done. I like getting one thing completely done, then moving on to the next.
No, that's good.
And so we also have a P.O. Box. If you want to send anything, letters or packages, send your packages to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391, LA, California 90093. My Instagram's at Instagram/QUANGOU. With that being said, man, love you, brother. We're out of here.